Hi, I'm Claire. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For this next video, I am going to be doing apartment renovation in The Sims 4. So I designed this apartment for myself because today is my birthday and I wanted to make like a dream apartment in The Sims. And this isn't exactly what I want, but it's like pretty close to for the most part. And so I wanted everything to be like light and airy, but I did want pops of green, like you'll see with the couch. But right now, we are working on the kitchen, and I'm using the counters from the Dream Home Decorator pack, and I want to go with this like gray and black, just to kind of break up the white and gray everywhere else to kind of make this more of a focal point. And so now we are just going to be working on the living room space. And so I do like the idea of a brick wall. I don't really know if like this spot would be a good place for a brick wall. I just needed some like texture in this space of the living room, and so a brick wall seemed like the simplest solution to do that. I did originally have wallpaper. It just wasn't really fitting the theme. It seemed too tropical. And so I ended up going with this brick wall. Maybe this brick wall was like is part of like the original building, and so it's kind of cool to expose it anyway. And so I know it's like very hard to like have like a dream apartment. So I was thinking in my head, this is like what I would tell a contractor to do if I ever do have a dream apartment situation. And so this is for my future self if I have a contractor or can design everything and anything in an apartment. And so finding pictures for this apartment was really hard, and so it's a little bit of a struggle you'll see me go through. I did know I wanted to use the lighthouse picture from the cats and dogs pack, but I didn't really want to use anything else from that pack, and so since I didn't want to use anything else except for that picture, I just kind of pushed the whole entire pack out of my mind. And then at the end of the video, I'm like, oh wait, the lighthouse picture. And so we will just be doing that later on, but right now we're just adding some decoration into the kitchen. I do also have a dining room table, and I could not find the salt and pepper shaker. I tried so hard, but I do find that at the end of the video as well. But right now we are working on the entryway. So this is place to put all like the shoes and the coats. I know it's technically a dresser, but it just kind of worked for what I had in mind. And so we are going to be putting stuff on the dresser at the very end of the video. So I'm just telling you now there's going to be stuff on that dresser now. And so again, it took me a very long time to figure out what like pictures to put in the apartment, and so we are now going to be going into the first bedroom, which is my sister's bedroom. Both of the bedrooms have en-suite since this is a dream apartment and I can do anything I want because this is a Sims. I'm gonna give me and my sister both en-suite, and there is also a powder room off of the kitchen. And so I am using the curtains from the My First Pet Stuff pack. I don't really recommend it, but me and my sister both have blackout curtains in our rooms, and so these looked like blackout curtains to me. And so I wanted to use them for these spaces. And so my sister is very into yarn. She knits and crochets. She also teaches students. I actually made a house a while ago inspired by her, and so if you want to check that out, I'm pretty sure it's called like Knitting Home or Knitting Hobby. So if you want to watch that, I'll make sure to link that down in the description. And so now we are just going to be making a little closet space for her. She does actually in this build have a bigger closet than me just because it's a better space. I didn't really my room is not really this laid out. It's a little bit different, and so since she has a purple room, I gave her purple clothes just to kind of keep with the theme. I actually didn't give myself the same color clothes as my room color theme, but I felt it looked better in purple than it did in green with the clothes I chose out. And so now we are just going back into the entryway of, or like the hallway area of the apartment to the bedrooms, and it's adding more pictures. And so now we are just going to be trying to find something to put right here. This is where I end up putting the lighthouse picture, and so we are just going to kind of be figuring out a little bit of some space issues in a minute, but I kind of made this like too empty of a space, and so I was trying to like move things around, and so I ended up moving the dining room table to be a bit of a space filler. And so now we are just going to be going into my room, which is all green themed. It's my favorite color, and so I wanted it to be all green. I actually do change the wallpaper to be gray because I wanted it all to be like matching, and I didn't really want to find any like matching greens wallpaper. It's not really a strong suit of mine, and so I'm just like, let's just go through the gray wallpaper. And so now we are just finding a rug for my room. I ended up going with this base game rose rug, and I thought that looked really nice. It really matches the bed cover on this bed, and it just looks nice to me, and I hope you like it because I really like it. And so now we are just transferring some items over to my room from Ella's room, and now we are just going to be adding some clothes, going to be making it all cutesy, and going to be adding some wallpapers. I do have a bookshelf in my room because I like this book series called the Ranger's Apprentice series, and so I'm like, I also need a place to store my books. And I also, in the kitchen, I have this like mug display, and so I wanted to add that into the kitchen. And so we are just going to be finding the perfect bookshelf that matches the room. I like how this bookshelf has like a darker edge to it, kind of goes with the one in the entryway and the one in my sister's room. And so now it's just the struggle of finding what fits in these cubbies, and going to be adding going to be going into my room now, or my bathroom. And so this bathroom is pretty simple. It's basically the same as my sister's, and so it is just a shower, toilet, sink, pretty simple. I didn't want to have the cabinet in the bathroom match the like dresser for my closet. I thought that'd be like, kind of fun. And so now we are just going to be adding some rugs so I don't slip. I mean, I don't really, this isn't real life, but so I don't slip. And so I do want to go into interior design. So I do have a little like interior design pile that came with the interior design pack. And so I do have a 2 monitor setup currently, and so I wanted to include that into the build, and that took me so long to get the TV just right onto the desk. I could not think of the word, but it's a desk. And so since I do make YouTube videos, I wanted to have like that little like, not droid, but that like video recording thing that like helps you with YouTube videos. And so now here is the lighthouse picture. And so I do size it down just a little bit because it just seemed a little too big for this space. And now since I'm like, oh wait, there's a lot of cool pictures from cats and dogs, and so I wanted to like make a little collage here in the office, which I feel like I would mostly be using. Ella, you would have a storefront somewhere in this city that I moved us into. And so I was thinking to have like a door from my bedroom to the office, but I'm like, if that was realistic, nobody would see me ever. And so I did want to have 4 dining room chairs around the table, and so that gave me an opportunity to have a island, and it's looking out the window into the city, which I thought was super pretty. And so I am just trying to find some more items from the nifty knitting pack, since that's one of my sister's hobbies. And so we are also just going to be adding these plumb bob pictures, because that's Sims is the only game I play. And so I hope you enjoyed watching this video. The information, if you want to play in it, will be down in the description. I post new videos every single Tuesday, so please make sure that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you all next week. Bye!